We're back again. We're back again. We're working on Ludwig. We're working on that frame. We're sketching it out. And I hope that you've been well, Nibblings. I hope you've been well. It's good to see you again. I am very excited to keep sketching this out. So let's just get right back into it. There we go. So here's where we're at. And so the frame is still just being sketched. Still got a lot of work to do on that, especially as we get down to the bottom. But I think it's gonna be really cool once we actually go back in here and refine it and clean it up and stuff. So that is the plan. That is the plan. I wanted to start with Ludwig's theme today, but we'll switch it back over to something a little different too. Let's see. I'll get that ready. I don't even know what'll play. What's this? What is this? Yeah, maybe we'll play this afterwards. But okay, yep, we got the frame going. And for now, I'm just duplicating each side. I think when I actually go back in, I might do little bits different on one side towards the other. Like, I don't know that the guidance rune should be reflected and facing the wrong way. But we'll see. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. All right. Here we are. Here we are. I gotta kind of remember what where I'm at on all this stuff because I've got so many projects going on right now. I'm always drawing something. All right, let's swap back over to something else. Let's start with something. Yeah, sure. We go with that. We go with that. All right. The workout I did yesterday is still killing me. I've been a little better about working out this month. So I feel like when you first start, it's a little painful, and then you kind of come back, and then you're like, okay, I'm used to it now. But like, I didn't work out today. Today's the off day, but I'm really feeling it from like yesterday. It's so bad. It's like everywhere. And yesterday was mostly just arms. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, a couple of things I want to do is I was trying to rush to finish up some of this stuff so I could go feed my cat. But I want to define what some of this stuff is a little bit more. It's like this one is just going to be a mouth. It's not going to be anything else. This one's very, very rough. Can clean it up a little bit. But I think it's cool to have the messengers in here, you know? The other thing is, like, it's a little tough to roughly make them look like they have that thing over their eye where you can't even see their eye. And they don't have noses either, so it makes it a little bit difficult to, like, make them look decent in a rough stage. Alright, the more that I'm looking at this playlist, the more I'm like, this is not a good stream playlist. It's also very quiet, I guess. Very quiet. What do we have coming up? Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Just stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about it and work on your project, Unc. Just work on your project. I did also start working on what this video is gonna look like. Because I've been very excited. I've been very excited for this. I've liked how it's turned out so far. There's been a lot of stages where I was like, oh man, I don't know. I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. First with Ludwig, I was like, man, I don't know how Ludwig's gonna turn out. And then I feel like he turned out all right. And then I was like, oh, I don't know how the sword's gonna turn out. Sword's gonna be hard. And then I feel like the sword turned out all right too. And I always felt like the frame was gonna be the hardest part. But as I look at it, I'm like, I think I'm actually hitting my cues here pretty well. So I'm not that worried about it. The last thing for me to really worry about is the text, because I'm gonna have his name towards the bottom. So we'll see how that kind of all works out. All right, let's not waste too much time. But this doesn't make sense to me. I need to do something here. Oh, I can't erase that way because it won't erase on the other side. I have to do it like this. And then do that. I'm just kind of drawing the same thing. Don't do that. Maybe we do like a top of a head here. And then eyes here. You know, just the eyes rather than like just the mouth over here or something. I think that makes sense. Sure, the outline here is pretty well defined. Then some of this like kind of odd texture can live through there pretty easily, not be too distracting. Okay. Now where it should end, I'm not 100% sure. It really kind of makes me think how I should do the text first. So for now, I'm gonna just do, I'm just gonna do regular text really quick. Oh, whoops. Just to kind of see how much space it can take up here. So we're just gonna have it say Ludwig the Holy Blade. We'll get a font that makes some sort of sense. Preset size here. A very good idea. Okay, there should be a comma here. I almost feel like if this was smaller, still legible, and we go with 20, and then we go with like 40, we might have something. And then we'll have to make the line spacing much smaller. I think this fits so much nicer. But I do think maybe it's a little bit too small. So let's go like 25 and 50. And we'll have to adjust the line spacing. But I think doing it this way gives me a lot more room. You down here. The only thing is that some of this water will get cut off just a bit because I can't really move him up too much. I guess with how tight everything is, it might just make more sense for me to take every part of him and make him just a tiny bit smaller. Just so he fits in. Because I do want him kind of pushing on the edge of the frame, but he might be doing that too much. I think that centers him very well. Gives me a lot of space down here too. Okay. So the text, bring it down just a tiny bit, and then we have it outlined, right? Make sure it's perfectly aligned. There we go. So that gives me an idea of where it's gonna go, and just about kind of what it's gonna look like. I don't think that's the font or anything, but somewhat similar to what I'm thinking. So, let me get my brush back. There we go. I'm thinking something like title plate or something to kind of hold it. Okay, so we'll keep that simple for right now. And then when we get to connecting these, we'll figure out exactly what the decoration is going to look like. I also have my references here on the side. It's that church book I was using last time. There are also just little details over here I have on my phone as well. So I want to make sure I kind of blend in a little bit of everything there. Because I do think that the church look is pretty cool. We just want to make sure it's not just churches. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time figuring out how to connect this pillar. I won't lie about that. I could just do like another window pillar type thing. Because I really like how this connects here. Yeah, why not? Why not? Who's to stop me, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Why do something harder for no reason? I'm not even convinced it would look better. It might just make more sense to do another kind of pillar cap. And then bring that back down. And instead what we'll do is do like this. Right? And then in here, I'll do like a decoration kind of like this. I don't want to go too crazy because I will have to do it multiple times. And at the very least, you could make it symmetrical. Come on, man. All right. Actually, what if I have to use the lasso to erase? I forgot. Okay, get rid of that. What if instead we made it kind of like a cross shape? You know, like this. Takes up a little bit more space. I think it looks nice. And then on the outside, we're gonna bring this down. Kind of match. I guess I still don't know how this is gonna end, but it'll be okay. We could even try to make it almost like, what is it called, diegetic or something, where like it looks like it's a huge frame framing the piece, and then at the bottom it connects to the actual water or something. That could be interesting. You know, it ends in like water puddles or something. Yeah, I think so. Can we fit 3? We might only be able to fit 1. I don't know, maybe it depends on how tight we squeeze them in. No, maybe we can fit 3. Let me darken this so I know this is kind of the separating part here. We can just kind of, well, we can't do that because we have to use the lasso tool. Otherwise it won't erase on the other side. At least until I figure that out. I'm just too lazy to do that now. Should be about there. Yeah, we can probably fit 3. It's not totally straight. I'm kind of straying a little bit. And then delete there. And we'll do the same thing, which is that into the cross shape. Like that flowery cross shape. I don't know what you would call that. And then there's 2 little like ovals in there. I've made a small mistake here. So what we need to do is select this one. And we need to scoot it over. I think we move it over 8. And then we have to do the same thing on the other side so it matches up. It'll make sense here in a second. I think I did 8 on each side, right? So let's do this. And then, oh wait, no. We have to turn that back on, right? Let's see if that looks exactly the same. It does not. I think I did 9 then. Kind of has to be perfect, unfortunately. There. Scoot it over 1 more. Now we turn this back on. We do another line. And you can't see it over here. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Alright, the reason why I slightly messed up is we have to tighten this up a little bit. Alright. You'll see, you'll see, you'll see. This outline up here still needs to happen, and I didn't have enough room to do it. I think I was thinking about doing this outline, and then I did this on the inside, and then kind of messed it up. Which is, alright, it's not a hard fix, as you saw. Okay, maybe a straight line would be really cool. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. And I think we can fit 1 more. I think we can fit 1 more. try to keep the same distance if we can. It's not totally gonna fit in there, but I think that's okay. I think that's okay. It kind of implies that there's more beyond. So I think that's good. Is there something else we'd like to put here? You know what we have nothing of in here so far is like a rifle. There's no rifle in here. I don't think it should be engraved here, but maybe like Ludwig's like rifle should actually be here somewhere, like towards the bottom, or right over here, you know. So maybe that's what's actually going down there. I think that makes the most sense. How can we finish this up? I'm thinking. Let's check. No. I want a Bloodborne thing. I was gonna look at like the church book here, but I want something specifically Bloodborne. I'm just gonna type in type Bloodborne into Google Images and see what I get here. Ooh, maybe like I haven't seen one here, but like maybe like a blood vial, right? You know, blood vials make sense. Blood vial. Yeah. Let's erase this little bit here. Alright, so the blood vial. A little bit rounder like this. And then up here, got kind of a lip, which it goes up and over. I think it needs to come down this way a little bit more. Stuff of the orientation of that. This should even it up a little bit. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? Does that make sense? I feel like it doesn't make sense there. I think it's okay, but it doesn't quite make sense there, you know? I'm gonna bring it down. And I feel like the smart thing to do is to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. We'll leave it at 33. We have to count them exactly. Okay, do that first. Okay, somehow I counted 23 and it's not perfectly there. But that looks like even. We'll leave it there instead. So we still need something else. I should look at the buildings in Bloodborne and see kind of what is... I feel like most of what's engraved in there is like messenger faces, you know? Some of these are like full buildings. I kind of want the like up close. Okay, I'm seeing some stuff. Oh, that's a... that was pretty convincing. I clicked on a building thinking like, oh, that one looks pretty interesting, and it was a Minecraft building of a Bloodborne building. Like that was kind of weird because it looked pretty good from a distance. Oh, well, does it make sense? I was thinking like the Nightmare of Mensis, like the cages, the Mensis cage. That's pretty cool. But maybe it makes more sense now I'm thinking about that is like the church garb, you know? Something like that instead. I think that makes more sense. So let's give that a shot. I think I made the eyes too big. I think the eyes are actually really quite small. Let's try that again. Okay, so the tough part is that there's a lot of cloth kind of surrounding that mask. I don't know if fill would actually work on both sides or not. Good question. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking this either. Oh no. I'm so indecisive. I'm so indecisive. Or at least not what I'm basing it off of. I thought it was gonna be cooler, I'll be honest. Ooh, is the choir? I gotta read about the choir set. Maybe the choir set is something associated with. It's the attire of the choir, high-ranking members of the Healing Church. So... I'm wondering if you wear this set... Does Ludwig react? Alright, what armor for Ludwig and dialogue? Okay. Because I know if you wear the like black church set or the white church set, you'll get it. Because I got it with the black church armor, but I'm wondering if you get it with... Sorry, I'm reading forums to get an idea of like how associated this choir set is. Oh man. Because they say a healing church set. And I'm like, does that include the choir set? That's what I want to know. Okay. Ah, perfect, perfect. I think I'm finding it. Choir set definitely does. Perfect. Perfect. So what we'll do then is go to the choir set. We'll do the choir set armor. Yes. Because it is kind of one of the coolest ones, I won't lie. Okay, so we've erased that. And honestly, I think the choir set is probably more fun to draw. No, that should be higher. Okay. Zoomed out. There we go. It's got kind of this shape. That Amadeus poster, you know? That's about the center there. Guess that's just maybe too low. Because it does go pretty low. You don't even see the nose. So do that. He's got kind of like a scarf thing. And then he's got two really big, almost like a lapel. Not quite. But they're huge. They're huge. And then there's like some kind of brooch here. I'm really curious as to what it is. So I'm just gonna like faux draw a brooch here because I can't see the detail on it or even what it's supposed to be. I just see that there's like some round shape on this reference. And I honestly think like leaving it there is enough, you know? We just want the detail of the... Whoa, what happened to my brush? I think this has happened before. There we go. I have to click with my mouse to get rid of it sometimes. I don't know why that happens. All right. And honestly, if I can finish the frame today, like, sorry, not the whole frame, but like if I can finish the sketch of the frame today, that's honestly enough for me today. But I will probably go a little farther than that. Because I feel like that might happen sooner rather than later. Okay, let's see if I can find a better image. Oh, that's like a real person's cosplay. Some of these images are just so blurry. It might just be like a pearl or something like that. It does look like it, actually. It just looks like there's like a big gemstone, like a light gemstone. So like this part's darker and stuff. Let me see if we can get a closer look at the choir mask. Choir set. Mask. Oh, perfect blindfold. Oh, it's kind of like fingerprinty. I see. And I think I'll also change the shape slightly to be even more pointed. I don't think it is normally, but I feel like it looks nice. It looks nice if it is, right? That will make it look a little bit more interesting. And it's not just like that. I think it's like this too. Like, let's do this. Oh, no. Perfect. Perfect. There is like little bits of texture on it, but not a lot. It's very subtle. I think you mostly just do it on the outside there and wrap it in. Whoa. Do some here to show that it's kind of coming forward a bit. And this can be pretty dark. Alrighty, alrighty. It's got like very asymmetrical texture to it. feel like sneaking in the guidance rune in here would be cool, right? We can work around that too. Gives me something unique to put in there too. You know, I don't think it's a detail most people are gonna really get in there and notice, but I do think it's cool. And that's enough for me. I think it's cool enough. Perfect. Other side looks pretty decent. I think the only thing is, I might have pointed this side way more than this side. Especially as I'm looking at it over here. Let's kind of like clean that up. Delete on that. Is that a little bit more balanced? Just a little bit, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go back to my original reference here. I still think that the face is too high. I feel like most of that face is actually totally obscured. And then this kind of gets put into shadow. I'm gonna do the mouth again. Okay. Could I maybe make this like that? I kind of see that happening with the 3D model, so I feel like I should just do that, you know? And I also feel like this is so decorated too. Go back to the 3D model. Oh no, see, that's only on the concept art. Just how decorated it is. Surely there's a better image of this, right? It's just so blurry, you know? That's okay, I guess. I don't want to get over complicated with it because it's such a small detail anyways, you know? Okay. I think that should be okay. this. I might be noodling too much on a tiny little detail, but how do I do that over here? Let's see. Something like that. I don't know, something like that. We can kind of clean it up in the final version. Okay. And then. Ooh, maybe like we do the eye here. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. I like it. Perfect. So, last thing we gotta be digging into for references here is Ludwig's rifle. Because it's quite a unique one. Oh, look at this. Perfect concept art here. That's wonderful. So, sorry, which way is it firing out of? This side. Okay. So, if we want that, kind of a straight line here. Okay. It's gonna go kind of like this. All right, somewhere about halfway. Gonna go here, kind of the sights. Then up here is where it kind of goes down. Seems like there's a little bump here where the barrel kind of starts to really think we need to move this up slightly. Like there. Because I don't think we'll have enough room if we don't. So it's behind this. Is that like gear? Then this kind of goes like that. Seriously, whoever designed this rifle is like a genius. Not lore-wise, but like the actual designer of it. There's so much that's really cool. Because you even have like the luxurious wheel in here. Okay. Gonna get real complicated here. So have something like this. And it kind of goes down in here. That gives us a reference for where this thing should go. I don't even know what this is. I've got to be real. I'm not really a gun guy, but I know a little bit about guns and how they kind of work. And I don't have no clue what this is. These sides are way too big. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. I gotta do it like this. Gotta get used to erasing like that for this frame because it's not gonna register that I erased it if I do it that way. Because this is gonna go behind the sights. Maybe even less so. Because it's before the wheel. It's short too, so it's not too... Something like this. And like that. It's looking a little odd right now, but there's just so many pieces to it. I feel like I have to take it slow. I take my time with it. And then there is a part goes basically all the way across here and here. Separates the rest of it. Right about here is another big circle. Nothing too fancy. Just got that on there. And I think as I'm kind of drawing this a little bit more, I'm realizing this thing is going to go farther this way. So the luxurious wheel is not really in the right spot right now. I'll have to redraw that. It should be higher up like this. A little bit more slanted. And just like that. Because the wheel is kind of going to sit right there. Gonna go down like this. We're gonna go like that. Okay. That's generally the design of the rifle. That's it right there. There's just so many of these little pieces and stuff. And the other thing is, it's not symmetrical on both sides. So I have this side correct. But over here, like over here, these mechanisms are not on this one. So I have to kind of come over here and get rid of them because it's only on one side. And I realized I also made one little mistake over here, which is that this is supposed to go like that. Let's get a bigger brush, a thicker brush. We can really kind of outline all these different parts very well. It's not confusing as to what goes where. I'll move this down a little bit. There's a lot of designs and gears on the inside here too. The gun almost seems small now compared to what I'm thinking in my head. You know what, let's actually, oops. Let's redo the sight now because it does actually have a unique shape to it. Let's do that. Oops. Just swiped away on a notification. I did not mean to do that. Oh well. It's been killed. It's gone now. Okay, and then this thing is gonna look like this. Gonna stick out a little bit past this part here. Boom. What the heck is this thing for? Man, I still can't for the life of me figure it out. And it goes down in here. Goes down there. This is gonna go down straight like that. So are you. So are you. You being the most important one. And then there is kind of like a little bit of a decoration here. I gotta simplify this. This is kind of really crazy. So this one's just gonna have like a highlighted border or something. Something simple, not to take away from everything that's in there. There's just a lot of other detail I think is much more important that I want to keep in here. Do you think this center circle's got to be a little bit bigger? And that's a little sloppy. Okay. Just a sketch, just a sketch. Don't go crazy. All right. Okay. And then, as we kind of get in here, it's gonna have some of that in there as well. Yeah. It's gonna darken that up a little bit because it's not important. So better to highlight everything else with some contrast, right? That's what I say. There's kind of like a wheel here I missed. Very dark too. Okay. I think we need to fill in this gap here because that gap is what's most looking like it's like totally empty, and it's not really. Just highly decorated. such a crazy shape in here. It's like some of the most complicated floral decor I've seen, man. It's very, very intricate. I'm not going for all of it, but I'm going for like the basics of it, and it's still pretty. Like, again, whoever designed this rifle, man, they flexed incredibly hard. Good for them. But also, now I'm like, oh my goodness. Kind of goes like this. I'm not gonna be able to fit everything in with such a big brush here, but I think I can get a lot in. Let's move it over a tiny bit just so I can give it more space. I do feel like this be done a little bit better. It's a little bit more in the center here. A little bit more like this. Just like that. And then we can make this take up more space as well. Look a little bit more natural, you know? I say we do that with this too. Alright, let's get over here, where it's really hard to tell what's going on. That's what I'm seeing. It's kind of going this to a branch this way and that way. And then here it's kind of doing this and leading into like a circle. This is crazy. And this is also not the highest resolution image. I wish I could find a better image here, but this is like the best I can get for the detail in here. So that there. And then that. Something like that. Okay, lastly, no. I think we took up too much space with that one. Okay, well that's 100% not what I did. I even saw it switch to the lasso on my end. And then continues over, right? Yes, it does. That has its own little line through here, right? Yeah. And up there. And then what's interesting about this... Wait. Think about that. Oh no, yes, this is correct. This is correct. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Ooh. Yep. Yep. All the way through. Just do that. Bam. And then all that's left is to kind of put in some like engraving detail onto it. But it's fairly simple there. What we have here, few sectioned off areas. Like they have a screw in each one. They go up a little bit. And then we have okay. Hey, it's looking like a rifle. What about the back end? Back end have any little details I want to mess with? Tiny bit, yeah. So this should be more round. And kind of cap that off a little bit. Kind of does this. It's white there, so I'll leave that. Okay. A cool pattern here, even though it's white. Would love to include it in here. So cool. Like this. Keep it nice and light. There we go. Like that. There we go. Cool, cool. We'll be doing stuff like that throughout all of it, but I wanted to do it now. There's also one little separation going on here. I want to make sure I mark that. There's a little part that sticks up here. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Now we have to kind of come over here and actually erase the parts that are not on this side. So what's interesting is that this wheel's not on this side, it's on the other side, so we still have to keep it, but only the part that would show up. So like, for example, all of this has to go. All of this has to go. This is not on this side. But this bottom part is. Oops. Let's do that. And then here, we're not getting any of these like mechanisms. We're not getting like any of it at all. None of this either. Get any of that? Nope, none of this either. We have the round wheel. We don't even have this. We don't even have that. So much is missing from this side. It's mostly decoration on this side. Which I won't lie, actually, in my opinion, is going to make this side harder. There's much less to reference in terms of like negative space and stuff. None of this is here, none of this here. So instead, what we're dealing with, let's actually erase this little bit here, because this is here. We'll keep that. That is there. We have this. This is gonna go all the way through to about the bottom of that, right? Actually, I don't think it's a straight line. I think it should be like that. I also don't think that's a straight line. All right. There you go. Thickness has to kind of be maintained there. And then for this big old barrel, past the site, it's gonna end right there. Okay. And then we have this big little block thing here. Oh, you know what? There's a... Wait. Thinking. No, I think it's fine. That is... This... Oh, okay, so my problem was this. This is just that tall. This sticks up. We have this thing here. Okay. And we gotta connect this thing as if it wasn't separated at all. Okay. So that is how that goes. And what's interesting too is the inside detail of, so this part here looks the same to me for the most part. But this other side's actually totally different. Totally different. You know, it's actually not like exactly the same either. I think it just makes more sense for me to get in here and do it again. Boy, I gotta tell you, this is so complicated. Okay. Get a little thing going up here. It's down there. Where do you go, though? You're gonna cross all the way? Mostly, not all the way. You're gonna go down. I saw this circle thing again, so I was kind of convinced that it was the same thing, but it's actually very different. Whew. I almost feel like this is stressing me out, man. So much. to remember it doesn't have to be perfect because it's one of those small details people aren't really going to notice. They just want to see that there's texture there. Something like that. And let's do this so we know this is the dark part. Right? Right? I feel like that doesn't make sense. I'm confused as to how I try to do that. It should be like... like this. I don't know what I was doing. But now I know. Now I know. All right. Give me one quick second here. Okay. All right. So here's what's interesting about this one. It's a little bit more structured. So maybe it won't be so difficult. Then it starts higher. Goes over. Kind of runs here. Maybe one more really small one. Right about there. Okay, here's kind of more basic right through here. It's like 2 lines basically. And then what's inside, there's little bits of detail in there. Kind of like the mechanical workings of it. Gonna darken these up a little bit. This spot's so much darker than the rest. I'm gonna gonna do this. All right, all right, all right. Wow, look how cool, huh? Woo! Oh man, ain't that fun? Ain't that fun? I'm gonna make this a little bit more visible here. I gotta hit save. That was a lot of work for that tiny little gun. Quick stretch break. Take one too if you're drawing along and haven't done that. Is this coming along? I feel very good about it. I feel very good about it. I'm just realizing too that my preview here is like not showing everything in the corner here. Can we fix that? Can we fix that really quick? It's just like it's snapping and it's like really annoying. I guess that's better. Okay. Well, now that I've done that, I actually might be out of ideas here. I just gotta do this little corner here. Alright, I'm thinking. Oh, I'm covering my chat like a fool. Don't do that. Don't do that. I wanna do that. Okay. I'm thinking. That's maybe too curved. Also, I am drawing both sides, right? Okay, cool. Just making sure. Thinking something like this. I need to move my thing up here because I'm like at the bottom of my desk, unable to move my arm. Okay, right? We do this. We do following line. Kind of get the same width there. All right. Thinking. And it goes like this. All right. I'm thinking it's made of this kind of like brick stuff. You know what I mean? Let's do it right there. Okay, it is not like perfectly round though, I'll say that. Gotta go kind of like down here. back there. Get rid of all that. Maybe get rid of this too. Okay. I don't know, it feels like this is more correct, yeah? Maybe I just do this too. I guess I'm gonna do it like that. Should have just done this right in the first place. I don't know why I was just gonna go with it. I'll just erase it on both sides. It's fine. I don't want to lasso. I feel like that's actually gonna take longer to try to get right. Okay. That's the little thing I want. And then erase that for me, thank you. Taking a reference from a church, like entrance. Okay, problem is I gotta now mirror what I've done here. More important for me to look at that. And honestly, I think this should move up. Let's just make it higher than the rest. It stands out more. Okay. Here's the tricky part, right? We turn this off. Select everything we just did. No, we should just finish it first? Like, what's the point in, like, taking it now when it's not even done? Alright, erase all this stuff. Let's actually make the dang thing. And then we can determine whether or not we should duplicate it. Okay. And then we have another set that's kind of gonna go like this. Right? Yes, yes, yes. There's a little bit here. Going to go like that. Go like this. Go like that. Boom. I almost feel like it should go up here instead. It's a little bit more round. And then we kind of bring this like that. Yeah. Then we have one little bit here. Just gonna close off like that. As I'm looking at this too, my reference is also not perfectly symmetrical. The design that's in here is not the design that's there. That's interesting. It's interesting. It looks to me like it should. It looks to me like it should be symmetrical, but it's not. So we're gonna just reference what I referenced. We're gonna reference what referenced the reference, which is to say I'm gonna reference my own drawing. There we go. I prefer it this way than what I'm seeing in this reference. I think it doesn't make sense over there. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were doing. Hold on. Hold on. From here we have 1, 2. From here you have 1, 2, 3. Why is this here? I messed this up. Okay, get rid of this. Actually, get rid of this too. We'll redo this part. We'll redo it. I got a little confused there. Because this is supposed to just go swooping past them. So you will have a little triangle in here. You will as well. Your line is going to extend through here and make the next triangle. And that means we have one nice big triangle going here. We have one small one going there, which means we have to close that off. And then we have one small triangle here, which is gonna be formed like that. And then we have kind of a cool gap in here. Bang! Bang. That is the general shape of the thing that we're trying to make. Whew. Tell you what, man. Make sure this is nice and clean. You understand what we're doing as we kind of go in there. All right. Let's do this really quick to clean this up for me. And we'll do it over here because we will need this space as well. All right. Wait, I've made that too big, huh? My main problem, my main goal. Let's just erase this, okay? Keep it simple for me. We'll redraw what we need. Okay. So, problem I have, this needs to go there. This thin connects there. Okay. And it also creates a little upside down triangle here. Okay. Just like that. And this is the line that's maybe too thick right here. We have one small triangle. That's what's messing me up a little bit. As I'm looking at the reference, it's also not symmetrical there either. So this would be up here, and this would be down here, but instead they have this over here and this over here. That doesn't make sense to me. The following the reference is wrong again. What I want to do is... Sorry, I'm thinking very hard about this. What I want to do is close this sooner. Keep that shape pretty organic. Okay. This damn reference is messing with me, man. It's messing with me. We restart this part. Okay. Because this needs to create a cool little gap here. Take this line, delete it. Okay. And then we do have one kind of big triangle here. Kind of. Yeah. And we have a smaller triangle here. Formed of that. And the triangle should kind of go like this. Okay. Trying to see if there's any part that looks weird, not symmetrical here, and I think I'm seeing it. Wait, hold on, what is this? So I think, oh, part of it is that this is weirdly shaped. Does not need to be shaped like that. It needs to be shaped like this one. And then this here, it's maybe too wide here. Not circle-y enough. Ooh. Let's just take the whole thing. We'll redo that. We'll redo that. I feel like I'm redoing a lot. Okay. It's just a sketch. We're trying to get the exact shape. It's okay if it's not perfect. That's what we're doing this for. Right? I'm really trying my damn hardest to figure it all out. I think this line is not supposed to be here. Not over there. Not on the other side, so. Small. One's big compared to that one. This triangle is also like very small compared to this one. I'm gonna just be okay with it. Right? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna be okay with it if I do it. If I leave it, I'm not gonna be okay with it. And the easiest way is to make the correct part incorrect, and I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna go for the hard path. Just to correct this section. Oh no. Forgot I can't do it at the same time. Alright, so here's what I need to do. Make a mark here. Make a mark there. Make a mark here. Oh, no. I forgot. I have to turn this on first to make those marks. Should do one there too. So that we know generally where this is supposed to go now. Okay, alright. Okay, that looks about right. We're just gonna clean it up one side at a time. That way I'm not so confused as to what's going on. This one was so much harder for some reason. I don't know why, but I like it now. I like it now, so. Okay. The other thing is it's gotta go past here. Okay. All right. Last little hard part of this will be taking this. Okay. Hit copy. Hit paste. Okay. I'm actually going to delete one entire side though. Okay. We're going to take it. And we're going to move it over here as if it was part of this one here. Maybe a little bigger. Should it be like this, maybe? Trying to think about how it's gonna all fit. I think that's the placement. Can I select it again? Yes. So then I can do this. Stretch it out this way. Boom. Now, keep things nice and clean. We're gonna erase this. And this part is gonna go down here, which means we just erase it. We just erase it. We don't need to deal with it. Okay, so how do we get it over there? Easy. Easy, I say. We trace it. This was just a reference for me. What time is it? Oh man, I'm about to run out of time. We got like 20 minutes. I thought I would be able to finish the frame sketch and then some, but looks like no. Looks like no. What's nice about just like being able to trace it rather than trying to duplicate it too. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What layer is this? I thought this was the layer I was working. No, 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 no. You're a fool. You're an idiot. You're a dumbass. I was working on the wrong layer. I have to start over. Okay. Because this will actually... Yep. Wonder if somebody was screaming at their screen. Noticing what I was doing. Maybe not, though. Who would? Who would? I don't know. Maybe the person who was going, I would. I would. Alrighty. Trying to move fast. So again, I want to finish this due day. Oh, go like that. And even with the amount of time I spent only on the frame. Or sorry, only on the sketch of the frame. I am thinking this whole frame is gonna take forever. Is that everything? I think so. Let's turn this off. Perfect. All that is left, some kind of texture for this little bit down here. And maybe I can find that in my church reference book. I mean to do that. Keep that there. Could have something. How much of it is brick? You know? I'm liking this. Alright, let's see if I can zoom in down here. I'm gonna just get rid of this bottom part here. Now that I have a different idea anyways. And boom, and boom. Okay, so what it is like a square. To kind of cut this section off a little bit. And it goes down. We can actually just repeat the pattern. It only does it once, but I feel like we can just repeat the pattern. I'm gonna hit save really quick because my computer fans are kind of going nuts. Okay. I gotta keep it straight though. It's not looking super straight. Can be a little sloppy, but not that sloppy. That's like not right. That's like not right at all. Let's take that, execute it. Boom. Boom. Okay. It's kind of just got a geometric shape to it, you know? Geometric pattern. I feel like that circle's a little too high. Okay. Not a big deal. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. And I think that is kind of doing something where this is like very prominent is good. And then I think all I'm gonna do is on some of these like outer lines, or I guess inner lines, I'm gonna darken them up. Just for clarity's sake. I think this is supposed to be straight. Also, I feel like this is a little wrong. I feel like it should actually stick out in this direction. Sorry, a piece of hair fell out of my head. Distracted me. I'm balding. I'm balding, guys. The Unk bald, but he's chill. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. Damn. That is everything I wanted. That is everything I wanted. So, these last few minutes, I think I'm gonna add just a little bit of spice. You know what I'm saying? Just like a little bit of spice to it. So I have a paper texture color thing. I might want to just like plop it on and see what that feels like. I think it's this one. Okay, obviously we gotta go beyond there. Are we good with that? This one might just need to go to the bottom though. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, dude. Yes, sir. We're like cooking right now. We're cooking extremely hard. Okay, so then the only other thing I'm thinking is like little bits of this. Okay. Texture seems so repetitive though. Yeah. Do it like this maybe. We hit the overlay. Excuse me? Sorry, not overlay. Screen? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, what? When I put it in a folder, it don't work. Okay, we don't have to put it in a folder. It's okay. Now, okay. Call me crazy. All right, I'm gonna try to... No, I'm gonna be on the right layer. What if I, like, invert it? Okay, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Let's rasterize it for a second. Okay, what if we invert it? I know it's gonna look awful. 1 second, bear with me. Multiply. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay, that's the look we want, but that might not be the texture we want. So let's kind of explore. Go here. Why is this one like sucking in like really bad? Are they all like that or something? Interesting. I do like that one. I think that one's for sure going in, but not right this second. So subtle. That one's very subtle, and I like that it's subtle. That one's pretty crazy. Oof. No, thank you. Wait. That might be the goddamn move right there, brother. That might be it. Oh my god. Why does this stuff make me so excited? I'm so excited. Okay, we invert. Okay, we get flashbanged. Then we hit screen. No, sorry. Multiply, I mean. Multiply. Yes, dude. And then this one goes screen. Screen mode. Oh. Are you for real? I think this one could stay, but it's gotta be lighter. Way lighter. Oh, good lord. Okay, so here's what's missing, right? We are missing little bits of detail. I'm gonna lock all these really fast. Don't mess with them. We're missing little bits of detail on the frame. The nameplate. Okay. Then we have to detail that. And I think really quick, so if we turn all this off and we turn the paper texture off, could we select everything here? This might get a little odd. We have to select different parts in here. Gonna get weird. I don't know if I'll have time to do this either, because I do have to go at 3. And then we go. Okay, all of this. Oh, it's got the. Yeah. We can't do that. We can't do it like that. That was just for the frame. This whole thing has to be selected as well. That was a little bit sloppy. A little bit. Where am I at? Right here. Let's grab this little extra piece here. A little extra piece there. And then we're going to get a little bit on the edges of the hair. Okay. Can I quickly close that off? Because I think I should grab that, grab this, grab all of this. Before we get into all that. Where's my... Somewhere around there. I don't know. I don't know where it went. It's okay to be a little sloppy here because we'll be able to come back in and edit it and stuff. And we'll have to because we're going to redraw the frame anyway, so I'm going to be exactly in the same place. More important to actually be correct with Ludwig. Okay, alright. You're not gonna want me to do that. I don't know why you keep doing this. I'm just trying to press my hotkeys, man. I'm just trying to press the hotkey. And I'm trying to move quick. Please, please, just let me use a lasso. Okay. We have that. Create a layer down here. And then maybe we just fill it. Let's fill it with 60 or something. Turn everything back on. Okay. And then we determine how bright it should be. I think that's okay. Just there. And then the only thing we gotta do here, somehow this got selected. We wanna get rid of that. Totally. I'm happy to leave it there. I'm happy to leave it there. Telling you what, that's cool. That's some cool stuff. So I'm gonna let that save. I'm gonna get out of here. Oh man, I cannot wait to jump back into this. I feel like every single time I'm more and more excited to work on this. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm only working on this on stream. Off stream, I'm working on other stuff. Notice a couple of little spots that I missed with that like thing, but I'm not that worried about it because I will have to adjust it regardless. So that being said, Thank you so much for watching, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, please follow me, please. Please make your uncle happy. And if you're on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm sure I'd appreciate it more than anybody else that's on this platform, because I'm begging. No, I'm kidding. But thank you so much. I have enjoyed being here, and I hope you've enjoyed watching. So that's it for me. Bye bye.